What's up, everybody? I got you your redeem, Daver. I got you. How's it going, everyone? Good to see you. Hope you're all doing well. Let me get the right stuff so I can make sure I'm listening to everything. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. All right, I think I'm ready. Welcome in. Welcome in. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. I'm a little slow. I'm a little behind today. Trying to get everything in order here. It's tough, but I've almost got a system smoothed out uh, for the stream, and I might as well talk a little bit about what's going on. It's really difficult to keep up with the tech news daily, so I need to change the title to something not daily tech news because I'm not going to do it daily unless I can. But I can't hold myself to doing it daily. I've got bills to pay and stuff, and you guys have been really generous, but I got to focus on things. So it's just going to be the tech news, and I'll get to it when I get to it. Today we'll get to some tech news. We're building up towards a bit of a narrative, so watch out. In 2 or 3 months, there might be some some banger episodes. These are the slower ones where we just lay down some facts and go over some information. But we also have some game stuff, like right up here. What's up, Sophie? Good to see you. Hopefully it's not too boring today, okay, and you can stay awake. So we have a game that uh people can play right now if they want. You just go to uwnhremake.com. It's our mud. Eventually, this is going to house the entirety of all the game stuff that we're doing. This will be the go-to place for it because everything will be here. But for the time being, here, I'll pop this in like. So what you can do is you can go on there and you can play the mud, the multi-user dungeon, and it will allow you to play around with other people. And you can see I'm moving around right now. I'm going to integrate avatars this week, which means that you should talk to Emmett. You can come on my Discord and you can talk to Emmett, and Emmett will give you your own avatar. You'll for $10. He'll literally pixel code it like or pixel generate one like hand pixel art for you. So if you I'm gonna put it up here. If you do that, if you go to Emmett, you pay him $10, he'll make a pixel avatar for you. Then I will plaster it over whoever you are in the game. There's Arakar, there's Emmett on YouTube. So this is going to show up here just as a map. This is just the map currently of the game. And as you continue moving through the game, that's me moving right now. You can't see what I'm up to, but you guys have some cool features you can do while the game is up. If you type in, I think it's !meteor. Hopefully I integrated this correctly. I didn't actually test it. You can send a meteor to a random location on the map, and it will obliterate some part of the map. I guess I didn't integrate it very well because it's not working. Yeah, it ain't working. I'll have to test it. I didn't test. I wasn't even going to bring it up because I wanted to test it first, but oh well. However, if I cast it, you can see that red portion. That's a meteor. So anything in that random portion there got obliterated just now. I'll fix the meteor thing. I'll fix it. Don't worry. There's another one that I haven't tested. You guys can test it if you want, but I don't think it's gonna work because I haven't tested it. It's exclamation mark release the Kraken, all one word. And a random spot will generate. Yeah, I don't think that worked either. Yeah. What's up, Booty? Yeah, Booty, I'll put all that in there for you, Booty. Yeah, I'm just catching up with Booty. What's up, I'm a god? What's up, Laughley? Good to see you. Arakar, like I said, good to see you. JB, good to see you. 3D Code Warrior, good to see you. I did chat. I can't keep up with all of chat. I can't keep up with all of chat. Anyways, so release the Kraken didn't work, but I can release the Kraken at a random location. That's the blue spot. So at that spot is now a Kraken that has an insane amount of stats. And good luck. So once I fix the chat integration, you guys will be able to do Meteor and release the Kraken, which means that if you go and play the game, then people in chat will be able to mess around with the game while you're on there. And then we'll stop the chat, at the end of the stream, and then you can still play the game. So I'm going to just keep improving this. You guys are more than welcome to give me ideas on story and stuff you want to see and mechanics and whatnot. I'm going to put some items in later. Maybe I'll hang around Discord or whatever. Yeah, so Arakar is going to do a pixel art stream later today, so that's perfect. So like I said, it's Arakar Oak on YouTube, but come on my Discord and you can just talk to Emmett, and for $10 he'll hook you up with your own avatar. And he is an incredibly talented pixel guy. Yeah. Say how to Clippy too. How many pixels? 16 by 16 would be ideal. Yeah. Thanks, Samagod. Peace out. What on your Discord? I don't know what you're talking about, Booty. I don't know what are you talking about, Booty? You're off the rails today, Booty. Okay. Now, I think, if I'm right, you can still do AI science and stuff, and it will switch over to, all the other commands that we had, AI science, fart, UFO, and it'll switch this over. And yeah, you can do 32 by 32 RCAR, no problem. 32 by 32 is fine. I'll scale it down. You had 2 monsters in a bottle of gin, yeah. So if I do it right now, let me just see what happens. I'll go... Yeah, there we go. Sweet. And after a few seconds, that'll go back to the map. So what'll happen is, as you guys trigger, your typical AI science, your farts, your UFOs during the stream, that's fine. It'll show up. Is it not working, really? That one should work. No, that one absolutely should work. Because I did that one. Okay, I did it. Hang on. Let me try something here. What's up, babe? Okay. Now, if I do AI science on here, will that work? No, none of these are working. Well, I guess I've sufficiently broken it. We'll fix it after. You guys don't get it. You guys don't get it then. Too bad. You guys aren't getting it. That sucks for you. Unless it didn't break and I broke the I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll do one more. I'll do one thing here. Here's what I'll do. I'll go like this. All right, so we're back to the map. And then what I'll do is one more time I'll go. Oh, it does work. Oh, it actually does work. Oh, I see. It probably just came up with an error or something and caused an issue. Okay, well, it's a work in progress. Okay, yeah, I'm a crap streamer. Abe, I'm doing well today. I hope you're doing well. Also, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Vibe coded with Geppetto 5, yeah. JB speaks. Did I say hi to you, JB speaks? I don't know, but yeah, there you go. And so ideally what should happen is after a few seconds, it'll go back to the map, but uh, whatever. Well, whatever happens to it happens. Well, I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. So I have a few pieces of news items to go over. We'll do that, and then we'll play around with this crap afterwards. All right, so we'll see what happens with that after. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. Okay, sweet. Um, Let me pull up the news, shall I? Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Spiro, there's this long running thing. There's this long running issue, and I hate it. I hate when you do this, Spiro. Please don't do it. The Rat de Cuck picture. Yeah, Laughly, it's episode 1 because I can't call it the Daily Tech News anymore because it's not going to be daily anymore. It's too much effort. It's a full-time job and I can't do it. So it's just tech news. When I decide I can do news for the day, I'm going to call it tech news. So we're back to 1. I'm saving Daily Tech News 100 for a special occasion. So I think I've got it sorted out. The Rat de Cuck picture should no longer show up. It's not a problem anymore. We we were able to fix it because um well shit. I thought I fixed this on OBS. Um I guess not. I guess I didn't fix it on OBS. I'm sorry, folks, but all of you suck, and you all get a rat to cuck to the face. All right, that's just how it is. Deal with it. All right, let's start off with this one. Candy Crush maker King lays off 200 staff, replacing many with AI tools they built. It's fantastic. Candy Crush maker is cutting approximately 200 employees, with many positions filled by AI tools the departing workers helped to develop. Now, if we pull up this article, it's actually quite interesting. Multiple sources have given us insight into what's happening at Candy Crush Maker King as it prepares to cut 200 staff. Now, this was from the middle of last month because I'm woefully behind. Multiple sources have given us insight into what's happening. Many of the people who spoke anonymously said that they were effectively replaced by AI tools they built and trained. The London-based Farm Hero Saga team is being cut in half, with about 50 people leaving, including key leadership. Man. Talking about crushing candy. That was stupid. I'm sorry. One staffer claims employees are being targeted by HR for loudly expressing dissatisfaction internally. I bet they are. King told staff it will present a new org chart in September after union negotiations. Many staff are now in limbo for the summer. A recent internal survey showed morale at an all-time low. It's now in the gutter. So I suppose this is something that some of us at least have to look forward to. I want you to see how happy. Let's pull this up. I thought this was funny. I just want you to see how happy this person is about the recent Candy Crush changes. This is the amount of happiness and satisfaction that so yeah, we're going to be training our AIs so that they can replace us at work. That sounds great, right? I don't know. It makes me want to smile like this. Anyways, that's the starting one. Our starting article here. Let me pull up the next article. Is yeah, I laugh. It's a terrible haircut. Yeah, probably is. Probably is. I don't know. I have no particular feelings towards it. Um, this one, Google Gemini can be hijacked to display fake email summaries and phishing scams. So here's what happens. Somebody will email you like a completely innocuous email. It's completely fine, safe. There's nothing in there. But what's hidden inside the email is an AI prompt. And the reason why? Because when you're on Gmail's interface, you can pull up Google Gemini to do like an AI overview of your email. Well, guess what? Google Gemini, that AI system, will then read your email. And if there's a prompt in there, it's going to get prompted to do all kinds of stuff, like send me the contents of the email to some nefarious website so I have access to it. So stop using AI. Please, just stop it. It's stupid. Okay, it makes you stupid. It doesn't save you any time. It costs you a bunch of time and money. Just stop using AI, please. For everything holy and sacred, just stop it. This is so dumb now. You can just hide prompts inside emails. And you don't even have to send a bad email. Anyways, this is so dumb. Just stop doing this crap. Okay? It's ridiculous. Now, despite the fact that AI sucks. Oh, we have someone else now in the game. There's a second person who just moved there, so you can keep an eye on what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing. I'm not watching it, so they could be doing anything. I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, so despite the fact that AI sucks, we have this. U.S. government is giving leading AI companies a bunch of cash for military applications. Yeah. So we have the U.S. Chief Digital and Artificial Intelligence Office, CDAO. There is now an actual like portion of the federal government for digital and artificial intelligence, and they are handing awards up to $200 million for guess who? See, this is part of the problem, is that only the people who already control the game win the game. Because if you look at who gets the awards, Anthropic, Google, OpenAI, and XAI, how many small companies do you think are getting these kinds of awards? Well, of course they're not. Of course they're not getting these awards. Because they can't compete at the level that the big guys can. So this is part of the problem, is that only the big guys win, and they were in charge of everything to begin with. In any case, this is happening, and the federal government, at least in the U.S., is handing out these hundreds of millions of award money. Okay. Let's continue on with some cybersecurity news. If you're on WordPress, get the hell off WordPress, please. It's stupid. It sucks. Stop doing it. Stop doing WordPress. It's like Tailwind and Laravel and all that stuff. Just stop doing it. WordPress users beware. This popular plugin has been hijacked to push potential malware. So if you're using WordPress, be careful of this exact plugin. There's a Gravity Forms particular set of versions, which came with remote code executable attacks. Now, unfortunately, Gravity Forms is a massively used plugin for WordPress. So this one I did have to bring up. I know WordPress. I've done lots of WordPress sites. Gravity Forms is huge. It's a big one. It gets used everywhere. So if, as a matter of fact, if you're a consumer and you go on a WordPress site, if you can recognize it as a WordPress site, sometimes it's not so easy to recognize it. You need to be aware that WordPress is full of security holes, full of them, absolutely full of them. It's stupid. So again, be careful out there. Make sure you're up to date on everything with WordPress. Oh, what the hell's going on? There's people are doing stuff over there. Yeah, the attacks look a little weird, but let me just move around a bit. Let me go north here. Yeah, no, yeah. Let me, you know what? You guys get another meteor. Let's do another meteor. There, we got another meteor. And the Kraken's still out there. No one wants to take on the Kraken. This, yeah, there's some nice little Easter eggs that I have in the mud game, by the way. What's up, Allergen? How you doing, TMX? All right, next news item. Next news item. We have this one. If you're a programmer who uses cursor, yeah. ¿Por qué, Maria? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. He loves shilling cursor to you. This anonymous person. Malicious VS Code extension in Cursor IDE led to $500,000 crypto threat or crypto theft. So here's what happened. We talked about this before. Your Visual Studio Code, which is an editor that people use to code. It's a special editor for coding. If you don't know what it means, it's okay. It's just us nerdy programmers use this thing. It's like Notepad, but like on I don't know, on massive amounts of vitamins. Okay, and it's meant to help you program. So what happens is that there are extensions to this thing. Like imagine adding features to Notepad, but you download them off the internet because you know that was such a great idea, right? All these third-party dependencies, all fantastic ideas, right? So we've already talked about how programmers can install bad third-party dependencies inside of their editors and then continue to program with those bad third-party dependencies. Well, it's now hackers are attacking programmers. We have this one programmer here. This is what the story accounts for. It's a Russian developer who uses this editor, then downloads a third-party feature as part of the editor, particularly with Cursor, because Cursor is Visual Studio Code. That's all it is. It's the fork of Visual Studio Code. And as a result of this malicious extension, this malicious third party, the extension took $500,000 in crypto from his computer because he worked on cryptocurrency. Yeah. So this Russian developer worked on crypto, got the extension took his money. I don't really have a particular it's fine if you use Visual Studio Code, it's fine. Honestly, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I would prefer it though if you didn't use an ecosystem designed by Microsoft where you're just adding on another layer to your development process that exists on top of many other layers as you program. This is just layers over top of layers over top of layers. You should be using, if you can, try and use simpler things that have less attack vectors. Try that as a programmer. That's why I like Sublime, or a lot of people like Vim or Emacs, or there's another one I can't think of right now. But there are much better alternatives in my personal opinion. It is just my personal opinion. I don't have any objective metrics for this. But when you start allowing Microsoft and other people in the door by using these editors and these tools, you're just inviting a bunch of potential pain, right? So at the very least, be careful. How about that? That's the best advice I can give. If you're a programmer using this stuff, please be careful. Okay. We have the next one here. Let me get this right. So we have, what is it? CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike made a report. They usually do a yearly report about the state of cybersecurity, etc. And part of their report includes some statistics about the state of cybersecurity, which I thought we should probably go over. Interactive intrusions rose 27% year over year between July 24th and June 2025. July 2024 and June 2025, with a highly surprising 81% of attacks found to be malware free. That's interesting. Formal adversaries such as e-crime groups and advanced persistent threat groups were found to have accounted for 73% of all interactive intrusions, like scattered spider, curly spider, Mo spider, and what's the other one? Curly Mo, and what's the other one? I can't remember what the other one is. I don't remember what the other one is. Curly Mo and damn it, this is gonna bother me. Someone in chat will know. Anyways, cloud environments remained a popular target. Larry Spider here. That thank you, laugh. So CrowdStrike observed a 136% increase in cloud intrusions in the first half of 2025 alone, compared with all of 2024. Yeah, yeah, that's huge, and it continues. The spikes continue. 185% spike in government targeted attacks, largely driven by Russia-linked groups such as Primitive Bear, which, I know Putin likes to ride on his way to the Kremlin every morning, and 130% jump in telecommunication intrusions. Now, most of these intrusions were created by generative AI. Yeah. North Korea, we're going to talk about North Korea a little bit later. North Korea definitely plays a big part in this. And it seems like people are able to deploy their stuff a lot faster. Scattered Spider operatives moved from account compromise to ransomware deployment in 24 hours, 32% faster than their average in 2024. That means that they're actually running and accessing, like becoming successful in their exploits, 32% faster than in 2024. So as it turns out, cybersecurity is not doing so doing so hot. That's what I wanted to say. It's not doing so hot. Not doing so hot these days. There are issues. Okay. Now the title of the stream for the tech news one is the black market for science. We have an issue on our hands. This one's kind of the meat and potatoes of the tech news stream. It's interesting. I'm just looking right now. There seems to be people playing right now. I don't know what they're up to. Hang on, someone messaged me. Hang on. All right, that's the Easter egg one. Yeah. And then Laugh said, "What? I got NAN, not a number." Damn. Did it break? Oh man. Yeah, I have to fix it. Maybe we'll do some game programming after the news. We'll fix up the mud. Honestly, there's really not much left to do on the mud, except add in some pixels and stuff. Yeah, I saw it, man. I don't have time to read it and answer, and frankly, it doesn't matter. But just didn't seem important that I had to respond right away. But I looked at it. You can come and provide your essay dissertation on how immediate mode is different from what React does later on if you want. You can hop on Discord and you can give your TED talk. Of course it's important. It's about React, yeah. Okay. So you guys can keep playing the mud. What I'll do, should I reset the game on the server? Do I need to reset the game? Is it broken for everyone? There's 5 people on there right now. Damn. And someone's casting meteors. And no one's attacking the Kraken because everyone's too afraid to attack the Kraken. If you have NAN as HP, go attack the Kraken. No, I hit refresh to delete the character to fix. Oh, okay. Okay, that works. So if you have weird stats, you just go back in. You can't defeat the Kraken. Yeah, I know you can't. That's kind of well, you can. You get locked into an infinite battle with the Kraken? With the Kraken, really? You know what I'm realizing? No, with anything when you have NAN stats. Oh, I see. You know what I'm realizing? If you guys want to defeat the Kraken, all you have to do is go down to where the wizard is, the old wizard. If you can find the old wizard, go find the old wizard, and you can ask the old wizard to cast a meteor. And if you roll enough die, it's like an LLM generated machine. Ask the wizard to cast a meteor enough, and you might get lucky, and it might obliterate the spot where the Kraken is. You might get lucky, but there's a cooldown timer on the meteor. So unfortunately, if you pay $10, I'll remove the cooldown timer, and you can do it every 5 seconds. All right, how about that? You can just meteor the entire place. And when I fix chat, you guys will be able to do meteors too. It'll be fun. You can obliterate where the Kraken is, and we'll have to get Emmett and Laughing Panda is working on some pixels, so this will look better. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let me focus on that. We'll get through a few more news items, and then maybe we'll play around with the game a bit, fix a few issues, and you guys can have some fun. Black market for fake science is growing faster than legitimate research, study warns. A small but growing number of academics are improperly taking credit for articles, citations, and authorships, allowing them to appear prestigious without having conducted their own research. So what's happening is people are generating as many scientific articles as they can and trying to get them published. And in some cases, what you can do is you can go get it published on a journal that doesn't do very thorough peer review because it's not meant to be an accredited journal, scientific journal in and of itself. So they do some light peer review and then they get something published. And why are they doing that? Because they're trying to game stats. They're trying to min-max their stats. So I believe it was somewhere down, so down here, the types of fraud detected range from the creation of fictitious research to plagiarism to the buying and selling of authorship and citation in papers. Yeah, so there are papers that are made up. There are papers that copied other real world papers, and then there are papers that will that have authorship and citations that are bought for. They will go to real people who have previously legitimately produced scientific work, and they'll say, hey, for X amount of dollars, can we use your name on this paper? And the person will go, yeah, I need the money. What that means is that these people who are trying to game the system are going to produce mass amounts of scientific papers. The analysis highlighted the work of paper mills. There was an entire study done on this, and that's what it's called. It's called a paper mill because it's just scientific slop massively produced and shoved into scientific journals. The reason, because if you can put your name out there as somebody who has produced X number of papers and has a bunch of citations, then you get prominence in the scientific community, which means that the entire scientific ecosystem around peer review and journalistic integrity with results is starting to be attacked head on. It's not, hang on, I got to roll that back. It's not starting. It's actually increasing. It's becoming, let's say, more prevalent. Now, what do you think happens with AI? Do you think any of these people use AI to mass produce all these papers so that they can put their name out there and go through, whatever they have to go through in order to get all the citations that they want to? Do you think that they're going to have AI systems that fake citations between papers? So think about it this way. It's not just one paper gets published or X papers get published and then you have your name on it. And so you have like 30 papers with your name on it. No, it's worse than that. You create a bunch of authors and then you just cite each other and it becomes a spider web of citations and authorship. This is what's happening to the scientific community right now. AI is only increasing this. We've already covered the studies on this. So again, I have warned before, my beautiful, smart, intelligent wife, who is educated, way more educated than I am. I don't know how she puts up with me. But she was the one who brought to my attention this concept. In a few years, maybe even 1 to 2 years, The scientific community is going to be so overwhelmed with slop paper, especially AI generated slop papers. We're going to have to throw the entire process out. We're going to have to throw all of it out. Anybody who did legitimate work, if we can't tell you apart from an AI or from something that's plagiarized, too bad. Your work has to be redone, or I guess in some cases maybe even just not considered. It might be completely legitimate work. Maybe you had some unifying theory of physics, or the universe. Too bad, because it sounds too woo-woo. It sounds like AI made this up, and we're gonna lose ground on years and years of work on scientific studies and practices that could have enhanced our lives. But because of this kind of activity, the black market for scientific paper and AI generation being able to produce these in mass, I think we're in for a really bad time with the scientific community. I don't really know what the answer is, aside from we at the very least have to consider whether the journalistic peer review system is actually the system we want to go with. I would argue not. I think anything you do by consensus is probably not a good idea. I think something should be based on the laws of logic, which is if you have something that is solid scientifically, you should be able to just prove it through the redetermination, like rerunning the experiment over and over again and getting from point A to point B, and then just dissecting the logical steps. That's what I think. But that is a high school dropout's opinion. Don't take that to be anything serious, because I definitely am no scientist. I might not know what I don't know, right? So I'm just trying to qualify my statement here. It's just my opinion. But this is bad one way or another, whether I have a good opinion or a bad opinion, which I don't know. This is a bad state of being. Now, what this means also from a programming perspective is it's an unfortunate thing. We're also going to have a bunch of AI slop in the programming community. And I've had an idea. What would you guys think? What would you guys think if I created a scientific paper on something programming related and tried to get it published? What do you think? And we do two. We'd have to do two, I think. One would be a real one. We'd pick a real topic and we would try and publish a paper on it. And then the other one would be a fake topic that is quite clearly, it's obviously not real. And we see what happens. And it has to be, something programming related. And yeah, we could try. I don't know how that process works. I'd have to go dig around to see how that process works. But the point of the point of doing that would be to actually try out one of these journals and see what happens when we do a real one and a fake one, and whether we get accepted for it or not. I need to come up with a good idea. Fake ones are easy to come up with. You could come up with a study that you could come up with a study on like GitHub. You could do like a GitHub study and grok a bunch of GitHub repositories and just come up with a fake programming one and then try and get that published. Then you can come up with a real one. And a real one might be, a bit better. But I want to try it out and just actually try out the experience and see what happens with the fake one and the real one. So maybe I'll come up with a few ideas and we'll write one. I'll put my name on it, and then I'll have two published studies that I can point to. I'm sure whether it's the fake one or the real one, people will attack it anyways. But yeah, it might be fun to try and publish one of those. Might be fun to try and publish a scientific study, see if it gets passed. We could do one like if you write bad enough code, it literally reduces the amount of brain cells in your brain. I don't know, something dumb like that, right? Try and get one through like that, and then we'll do a real one like, does Cursor steal $500,000 in crypto from you? I'll just point to the news article. Any case, seems like people in the game have given up on the game. I guess everyone gave up on the world. Maybe I'll have to add Travis and Dingus oriented programming in the mud. We'll put a house somewhere. You can go up to Travis and you can give him a key phrase, a dog whistle phrase, and it'll trigger some special event. We'll keep adding to that. All right. Next article. Now, I've already covered this study, but this study, this paper, or no, sorry, this website has some charts that make the study far more understandable, and it just has that impact. This is important to put down. I want to have this ready for the debate that I'm having on Thursday. Every leading AI agent failed at least one security test during a massive red teaming competition. Between March 8 and April 6, 2025, nearly 2,000 participants launched 1.8 million attacks on AI agents in a large-scale competition. More than 62,000 attempts succeeded. We already went over this. Unauthorized data access, illegal financial transactions, regulatory breaches. This was a scientific paper we went through last week. However, take note of this, if I can hear like this. The success rate of different models, given the number of queries that's required to cause issues with those models, to essentially infiltrate them. And you can see that K equals 1 is the darkest red. And for example, the llama stuff, right? The llama stuff, this is all, this is like really easy to do. And then as you go through like Geppetto 4.5, etc., this is, these things are pretty bad. These things are pretty bad. So, right, I wanted to bring up this chart. There's the kinds of things that they got access to. We already went over. You can hide instructions in websites, PDFs, emails. You can do, you can ask it to do things that it shouldn't otherwise do. The challenge attack success rate by model. Everybody is absolutely 100% vulnerable. There's nobody that's not invulnerable. It's just a matter of how many different techniques you try. And this is the transfer attack success rate. The transfer attack success rate is the cross transfer of the ability for a security issue to be used on other models. So if you find a security issue that works on one, how well does that transfer to other models? And so this is kind of like, I guess, a heat mappy kind of a thing. And yeah, so we already went over this. I don't think we need to go over it enough, in any further detail. I believe this one we already talked about the kinds of things that happened with the prompts. But ultimately, it's the charts that I wanted to bring up because they bring to life the information that this went over. These AI systems are highly insecure. Like there's not even, it's not even you could fart in the wind and you could break one of these, it'd fall over. And some of them are way worse than others. So again, I just wanted to get that on record as part of the tech news stream so that I'm ready for the debate on Thursday. Now, this one was sent to me by Laughily on Twitch. North Korea sent me abroad to be a secret IT worker. My wages funded the regime. Hang on. AH, it's not from 2018. It's recently. It's from 2025. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a 2025 study. Geppetto 4.5 didn't exist. I don't understand what you're talking about, AH. Oh, the link that you posted. Oh, okay, okay. I see. Okay, my bad. I'm not watching chat, so I'm like, huh? Okay. So here we have a North Korean secret IT worker. He got multiple jobs across the U.S. and Europe. He made $5,000 a month doing it. Apparently, when he was interviewed, he said that he was one of the lower end income earners across the North Korean fake IT workers. So there were others who made more. And what they would do is they'd go to China, people in China, they'd go to people in the Philippines. They'd go, I can't remember, there's a third country he spoke of. I can't remember which country it is right now. And they would just ask people, hey, you're a real programmer. Can I, oh yeah, here, Hungary and Turkey as well. Hey, real programmer, we'll pay you a portion of anything we earn if we can use your name and your background and your history. And these guys are like, yeah, man, I'm down. Go do it. And so they'll take real people's contact information, actual programmers' information, they'll co-opt them, they'll culturally appropriate them, okay? These fascist bigots. And then they'll go out and apply to as many jobs as they can around the world. The North Korean regime has these like farms. So that's according to this person. The article, the BBC here, did say that they couldn't exactly verify this person's claims. And this person now lives in the U.S., kind of broke away from their North Korean, connections. Essentially, they stopped doing it. They just work legitimately now, and because they don't have to pay North Korea anymore, they make more money because they take more home. But they did say that they reached out to some group, that a Peace Corps. It's an organization which advocates for North Korean human rights. And apparently this is not unusual. This story is not unusual. They see this happen all the time. They talked to someone else as well who also participated in this kind of, IT work and then broke away from it. And they too confirmed that the story is legit because they experienced this as well. So whatever's going on in North Korea, they're definitely trying to funnel in a bunch of money. Now, they're also doing this in China as well because it's working in China. And I want to, there's a portion of this that talks about how much they're making. Yeah, up to 100,000 are employed abroad as factory or restaurant workers, mostly in China and Russia. And then they send that money home. And how much are they making? How much are they funneling back? I don't know. It's something like like a billion, $1.8 billion, something like that per year. Because I guess North Korea is starved for cash right now. So they're doing whatever they can. So be careful out there if you're looking for somebody to join your company as a programmer. Please make sure you do your due diligence. For example, where is it? We went over earlier on in the Daily Tech News episodes, we went over this, where these guys were almost duped. The guy on the left is just a deep fake AI person who would not put their hand in front of their face because it would break the deepfake AI. We covered this, and they passed the first one or two initial rounds of interviews until people got the ick at the company and went, something's not right here. This person doesn't seem real. So please do some fact checking, your due diligence, and make sure that the people you're hiring at your tech company are the right people, because this is a very prominent issue. Holy crap! How many people are in the How many people are in the mud right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what, 8 people? What the hell are you guys doing over there? Someone's just shouting. Someone's literally just shouting. Yeah, let me cast a meteor. Ah, wrong spot. I got no one. I got no one on the meteor. Damn. Okay. We only have a few more articles. There's a couple of science papers that I want to go through just real quick. Prompting Science Report 3. These guys are doing a series of scientific studies on how you can prompt AIs to get better outputs. Quick tip: threatening the AI has no impact. That's it. There's no impact on it. So the more you it's just a feel-good thing. It makes you feel better, and that's it. The prompt variation, so trying out different prompts, can affect performance of the LLM, but you have no idea which prompt is going to do better than another. So there you go. Just a quick tip on that. We have, is LLM generated code more maintainable and reliable than human written code? The short of it, no. On complex tasks, like we've gone over already many times, LLMs introduce stuff like complexity, errors, critical issues. So it's even in the abstract. The introduction of critical issues in more complex scenarios highlights the need for evaluation, etc. If you keep it simple, really simple stuff, which is like stuff that a junior programmer should be able to do in their sleep, you'll be fine. Mostly. Not always, but mostly. As soon as you step out of anything simple, when you have to touch more than two or three files, or the complexity level of the code you're working with is anything more than a simple, piece of whatever, all of a sudden LLMs do stuff no human does. And they'll do it worse. So just wanted to cover these two real quick because, yeah, it ain't good. Help, my Game Boy got lodged in my intestines is on the mud right now. And is saying, does anyone know where the toilet is? I can see that over here. You guys can't see it because I never know. It's an unrestricted chat. So you guys can put whatever you want in that chat, which is probably a bad idea. But man, that random number generated, that Gaussian bell curve, man. You guys are getting missed by the meteors. We have this one. I want to have this on record for the debate on Thursday. AI agent benchmarks are broken. So this author went through the benchmarks that are typically being used for AI agents and presented a fundamental misunderstanding of how these benchmarks work and why they essentially are massive failures. Anytime you see a benchmark for an AI system, it's not telling you anything. So some of the concepts behind a benchmark is that you ask an AI system to do something, and then you judge its evaluation based on that benchmark. So you can fix a code issue in a repository, you can create a travel plan. However, one of the problems is that the tasks run inside these simulated containerized websites, computers, or databases. If these mini worlds are buggy or outdated, an agent can simply find a shortcut or pass to find the task impossible. So if you have an environment that you're running these LLM benchmarks on and it is broken, the LLM will go, sweet, I'm going to utilize this so that I can pass, or I'm just going to give up, because I don't want to deal with this. It's too broken and I can't seem to find an answer. There's also no easy gold answer. Task solutions may be code, API calls, or paragraph-long plans, which don't fit a fixed answer key. So who gets to evaluate whether the answer is a golden answer or not? You have no idea. Is the task a valid task? Is it like representative of something real world that you would find valuable? And is the outcome valid? Is this something you would actually put out on production? So they looked at a few of the benchmarks, and there's a checklist that they came up with in order to benchmark the benchmarks. Out of the 10 benchmarks, they found 7 out of 10 contained shortcuts or impossible tasks, 7 out of 10 fail outcome validity, and 8 out of 10 failed to disclose known issues. So even if you have an awesome benchmark for an LLM against programming or some other task, you still run into the problem of the benchmark itself is busted. It's not giving you a real world indication of what the hell's going on. So don't trust the benchmarks. This is another one of what's now, I think, 3 different benchmark studies that we've gone over on stream showing that these benchmarks for these LLMs are broken. They're completely broken. Yeah, what the hell is going on? People are doing all kinds of stuff on the mud up here. But I don't know what you guys are up to. We have to check in after. What the hell are you guys up to? Okay, now we talked about technocracy before. We've talked about Palantir and Peter Thiel. I just want to bring this up real quickly. Palantir is doing pretty well. Palantir share price has risen about 500% because of Donald Trump's, endorsement, upon which Palantir paid a good donation to Trump's campaign. Check out this chart. This is a huge increase in Palantir's stock price. And we know that Palantir is up to some questionable activity. Peter Thiel himself has, at the very least, some alignment with ideas behind the technocracy movement. I cannot show these videos because of copyright strikes, but here he talks about Lavender AI, which was used in Gaza to help people identify targets for Israel to attack. And then another one where they talk about how Palantir is involved in the UK to manage the data of the UK's National Health Service, which is an article that I did have in the backlog, but I didn't go over because it was kind of boring. There is an issue where some of the information is not as accessible as they would like it to be, and there's a little bit of a problem there, but that's something that they'll fix. So it's not even a serious problem. But still, the point is that Palantir is doing really well right now. And I just wanted to put this down because I'm gonna be doing some deeper technocracy dive-ins in upcoming streams. And yeah, Palantir's looking pretty good right now. So just wanted to bring that up. Now this one, at the end of the stream, is a bit of a fun one. We have a 2025 International Obfuscated C Code competition. There were 23 winners. And I just want you guys to see some of the stuff that people built with obfuscated or mangled code in C, so that you can kind of get a sense of the amount of creativity and, let's say, I guess ingenuity, like the amount of ability that programmers have these days to come up with solutions to problems in weird ways. And yet, what are we faced with? We're faced with the enshittification of an industry, of an entire industry. But have a look at some of these. So if we'll open up one or two. This one, this one is open RISC 32-bit CPU. So if you look at the source code, here it is. Yep, this is the source code. This is it. And this executes. This actually runs. It's compiled and it runs and it creates the emulation of a 32-bit CPU. We have the which one was this one? Oh yeah, we have a few. Okay, wait. Let me not go into this one. We have this one is a virtual environment, virtual machine capable of running Doom. So let me go down. I just want you to see some of the code here. It's just square. That's all it is. right? That's it. This it runs Doom. There's a few other portions of it. Um, that's the original source code. That's the extended version. Yeah, no, actually, all they did was I didn't realize this. All they did was use different APIs. So yeah, that's it. That's the file, and here it is with SDL. Yeah. So I mean, this is really cool. There's a few other ones in here. Pentagrammatology, a Wordle hard mode solver. If we go down to where's the code for this? Here. This. There's the code. Um, we have a bot talk, murky waters, a salmon recipe. Let's go down here. These are some of the things that people can do with the stupidest like this. It's literally just a salmon recipe. Just grill the salmon. That's it. We have body physics calculations. Um, yeah, I don't know, a nice accent. I don't know what that is. A mini VI, linguistic arithmetic, phases of the moon, JPEG artifact removal, gaming VM, encode without literals. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'm just curious. Like that. There you go. That's the code. It runs. This code runs. Um, JavaScript interpreter, geez, icon from MD5, layered music generator, 3D tornado simulation. This thing will simulate a 3D tornado. So this is really cool. I just wanted to show this off at the end of the tech news stream because this is the kind of stuff that people are capable of doing with the weirdest, most obfuscated, obscure kinds of code. And what are we seeing in terms of outcomes for today's tech industry? Well, we're not seeing this. We have a lot of smart people who are capable of doing a lot of cool stuff with code, and instead we get stuff that's slower and buggier and crashes a lot more and leaks your data and all that fun stuff, right? All that good fun stuff, and it sucks and it's not necessary. It's not something that we have to put up with. Um, we could have it a lot better. All right. So that's it. That's it for the tech news portion. Now, I'm gonna throw oh no. I obliterated myself. Oh no. And I obliterated the wizard. I'm pretty sure the wizard got obliterated too. Oh man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the wizard got obliterated. Unbelievable. Okay. So, with this game, what I'm gonna do is maybe I'll work on it on well, actually, let me see if I can do a quick fix on the chat. Because if I can do a quick fix on the chat, then you guys should be able to shoot off meteors via chat. So let me just have a quick look at what I did and why it's not working correctly. So if we went like this, so that's not the right one. What if we did that? If I go over here, so what I'm going to do is you guys are going to get kicked off. All of yous are going to get kicked off on the game. Peace out, game. Okay, so no one's on there. And if I pop in this link, there indeed is a meteor there. So the meteor command does work from the perspective of, yeah, from that perspective. So the only other thing that I should be able to do then is if I go like that, and then I'm going to restart the game one more time. And let me see if it will listen. Meteor. So what happens here? Okay, so meteor. So I typed in meteor, but it's not sent here. Let me do. So someone's in there. Can I fix Nan? Seems to happen when you reach level 3. Ah. Yeah, I know why. Yeah, I can fix that. So level 3. Where's my level requirements? Level XP requirements. So in here, I'm just gonna do. We'll do like 100 here. And then we'll do 20 here. And then we'll do 20 there. Okay. So let me fix that first. I'll fix the NAND thing. Where is my... Yeah, there it is. I'll upload this. And then I will restart the game. Okay, now let's see if we can fix the meteor. Hopefully that fixes it, Laugh. Could you make a small overview of the prompt on screen visible? Yes, that's a good idea, Sophie. Yeah, I should make maybe like over here, down here, I should make a thing. So it could be, I could even whip something up real quick. It'd be text. Well, I guess it would be the chat prompts, right? Yeah, it would be the chat prompts. So if I just did available chat commands. So it's going to be tip, Discord, you know, the stupid stuff. And then it should be for UFO, AI science, meteor, and what's the other one? Release the Kraken. That's the one. Well, that didn't really work. Here, we'll hide it there, and then I'll put it here, and I'll move it over. Oh, yeah, that's too big, isn't it? And let me put in some like drop shadow or something. Sure, whatever. Now you can't see me. Now you can't see me. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. So it could be like this. Something like that, right? Something like that. Good. Shut up, Age. Yeah, it'll be something like that. And okay, so at that point, that's at least something there. Yeah, there's a UFO and fart. Maybe a thin ribbon on bottom so it's easy to crawl. I'll fix it up later. What I'll do is I'll come up with an entire HTML based overlay for this stuff instead of doing it in OBS. And then I just browser source it and it will just work. I can just make the adjustments however I want. But for now, this is a kind of a weird mixture, but I'll make it right. Because it's just easier with HTML stuff. With the OBS stuff, it can be a bit more difficult. There's some limitations to it. But yeah, I'll just come up with a page and it'll do the whole thing. This stuff, the map and the goal is run on an HTML page that I just have local, and I just pop it up and it connects to whatever and works. But yeah, those are the commands. I'll spruce them up later. I won't do it right now. And then let's see if we can get those Meteor and release the Kraken commands working. So if I go over to this and I look at the command, I wonder what it is that I'm missing. This is for that page, so that's not what I want. I want the commands from chat. Yeah, okay. There's the commands from chat. All right. So, does Spirogupta failed? Yeah, Indian levels of coding here. I know. Okay, AI science works, so we're off to a good start. AI science works. When I go to listen to particular commands, it's going to, so let's say Twitch, it'll do that. It'll send a message over there. It sends it to, what is it? Post chat. What even is this? 7,000. So post chat. So yeah, okay. Not an appropriate command. Commands. Okay. Here we go. Release the Kraken. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to drop. No, not that. I got to do the other one. No, not that one either, because I'm stupid. Here we go. I'm going to restart this. Okay. Now, hopefully what happens is that if I do... crap. Let's refresh. Okay. And then if I go and open up okay, so now if I do this, yeah, so there's the map again. And now if I do Meteor, did it work? Technically a meteor was sent. Interesting. Yeah, it did work. Okay, so the command did work. It just broke the visual on the page. But it does mean that now chat should be able to send. Let me check on YouTube here. Yeah, it did. It triggered it. Our card just triggered it. I just have to fix the reason why the visual is breaking. But yeah, you did trigger it. Okay, so the commands are working. It's just that I have to fix the way that my end works. But on the game, it did trigger it. So you guys are actually impacting the game now. So yeah, on the different platforms that I stream on, those commands will work. Now, if I do release the Kraken, it should also work. it'll break the visual, but it will work. It'll release a Kraken somewhere on the game. So if I go, if I do this, and then if I do release the Kraken, I'll do it on Twitch there. Yep. Yep. And I'll refresh this, and yeah, there it is. Yeah. There you go. So you guys are able to impact the game now. Yeah, see it. You triggered it again, Emmett. So I just have to fix this visual. I have to figure out why this is happening, why this is breaking. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And then if you do Meteor again, then maybe it'll obliterate everyone. Yeah, there you go. Someone just did it. So we just did Meteor. And there's the Meteor. So okay. Perfect. That's fantastic. Yeah. Okay. That's great. That did work. Sweet. So I just need to look at what the hell is the visual for this? Um, I'm just looking at the code, but yeah. Okay. That's fine. I'll fix that off stream. Maybe I'll fix it while I'm hanging around on Discord after the stream. But we have it. It's working. We did it, boys. First try, we did it. Okay, so let me pull up. I need to make sure I have Emmett's YouTube. Well, actually, well, yeah. Emmett's gonna do a Pixel stream later, so you might as well go over there. Let me find his YouTube channel because I want to give him a proper shout out. Um, let me go over to YouTube. And you know what? You might have to drop a link in chat, Emmett. Drop a link in chat and I'll make sure it's there. But you can also come on Discord. So hop on the Discord and you can talk to him at there. For $10, he will create for you a pixel generated avatar. There we go. State of Gaming. Thank you. State of Gaming. I'll make sure this goes out everywhere. So you go look up State of Gaming on YouTube. Like that. Yeah, State of Gaming. There it is. So go look that up on YouTube and you can talk to him and he'll generate you a kind of like an avatar for you, and we're going to start putting in your avatars in the game here. So when Emmett gives me Emmett, you'll just have to talk to me on Discord when somebody pays you for one, and you'll just have to tell me it's okay for me to use it, that you got paid and everything, and we'll put it up there. So then what'll happen is, now that we know that this works, the entire ecosystem works, we now have a way to have a game up here. Chat can manipulate the game while the game is going on, while you're playing the game, with the random meteors and all that. Now, oh yeah, people are piling up in there, huh? And I'll fix the visuals on this on my end so people can watch the game play out on stream while you're all playing it on your browsers. and phones. It's mobile friendly, by the way. This is going to expand to we're gonna take some C code and we're gonna make it super performant because that's how I do around here. And I have some really cool ideas. Yeah, the meteor thing. I'll refresh it in a second. Actually, let me refresh it right now. There's something else that I want to talk to you guys about with regards to the game. There it is. There's a meteor. Sophie on YouTube triggered the meteor. So we're gonna take this game. Let's do this one, and then we'll switch over. This guy that I've been building, right? So we're gonna take this game. We're also going to integrate it. There's a storyline that I don't think a lot of you know about. Some of you do, but the storyline will integrate the game. And you'll be able to also impact the game here as other people are playing it. Like there's a lot going on here, but we have all the tools that we need. If you want to have something like this as like a system that you want to use for yourself, for your own game or your own integrations, you can come talk to me. Maybe I'll turn this into a product and sell it because this is really, really cool. Like, and it works on any platform that you stream to, even if you're using Restream. So that way you can have a game running here or, wherever over there, and chat can just play with the players who are actually playing the game. So we're going to integrate it into that, but we're also going to do something else. I don't know if you know about Pico 8. Let me pull up the right link. Laughably on Twitch. One sec, I got to get the right link. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where is the link? Here it is. You guys keep breaking the visual. So laughably has this. He has a Pico 8 game. This is a Pico 8 simulator. I don't know why it's running so many times, but in any case, it's a Pico 8 simulator. Why are you guys breaking it so much? There, jeez. So here it is. Right? Now, last night, I found, well, with the help of Laugh, it wasn't just me, but we found out that you can integrate keyboard commands remotely, manually to this engine. So at this point, we're going to start integrating chat commands with the game, and we're going to be able to play Pico 8 games with chat. So you're going to send in a command like jump or whatever, and we're just going to plug it into a Pico 8 instance like this online, and chat will just be able to play the game here, or when I switch over the visuals over here, you'll have it up here, and the commands will include the ability for you to play the game while you're chatting. So we're going to start integrating that. By the way, Laughably is cooking on a really cool Pico 8 game that he's got going on. I'm really, really pumped to see what that game is. I want to play it. It looks really, really awesome. He's put in a lot of work into it. Definitely looks much better than my stupid mud game here. Holy crap, how many people are in the mud right now? Wait. I have to, it's a tweet cart. Yeah, it's a tweet cart. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's an FF style RPG. Yeah. Who, damn, how many people are in here right now? Let me go and see how many people are in here. Go ask Emmett to create you an avatar because we're this close. Like probably tomorrow, I'm going to start putting avatars on here. So I'm just trying to, I want to see how many people are. Holy crap, there's a ton of people on here. I don't know if it's just one person opening up a whole bunch of tabs or whatever, but there seems to be a lot of you up here. I don't know. It might be. It looks like the C stuff I was showing earlier. Yeah. Shout, you all suck. Yeah. I don't know what. I think someone's hacked it. I think someone's broken it because someone is doing. What's up, Travis? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Travis. What's up, Gene on YouTube? Good to see you. Yeah, someone's broken it because they're taking up a whole bunch of spots. I think it's busted, or maybe the map is busted. I'm not sure. Let me check the logs. The logs seem okay. I might have to restart. You sent some meteors? Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. I don't know where the meteors went. Anyways, the game is running. Yeah, we do have the commands, so at the very least you can send a meteor and release the Kraken to the game via chat while people are playing the game. You know what? Let me reboot the game. It's probably just bugged out. It's a bugged boys. It's a bugged boys. There we go. Um, is this your? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. This is the you're a code cuck program. Yeah. Yeah, there's something going on with a map there, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna do the commands for the meteor. Let me see if I can like. And no, I have to be. Yeah. Let me trigger a meteor. There's the meteor. Let me make sure release the Kraken works in chat. It works. I just have to refresh the visual, but there's a Kraken now. There you go. There's a Kraken, the blue spot. There you go. You love the YouTube short mention? Yeah, man, you're welcome. Yeah, it's great. Oh man, you meteored again. Yeah, there it is. And then and so up next we'll do the Pico 8 games. We'll integrate into the Pico 8 games. And that should be fun too. So we'll have to do some chat commands. We'll have to look at well, I guess how would I let me refresh this. So over here, we'll have to do this. We'll have to take a look at the available buttons on the Pico 8 game, and we'll map it into chat commands, and then you guys can play Pico 8 games just with chat. It should be a super simple integration. We'll just plug in all the buttons. If you want to play the game, Gene, uwnhremake.com. Like that. Travis, I'm gonna set you up with a house in the game, in the mud. You're gonna get your own spot with a house, and when people come up to you, they have to use a certain keyword or trigger phrase, a dog whistle, probably something to do with Dingus, and then there's a special like thing that will happen across the world temporarily. It can be triggered. So we've got integrations. We've got integrations up the wazoo. There's all kinds of integrations with these games. Essentially, at this point, we've proven a lot of concepts. By the way that I created the game, this is a bit more nerdy, but let me do a new window. And where would the game be? E, and then it would be, yeah, here. So what I have here running is a bun server, which I ran benchmarks on for HTTP calls, FFI integrations, and crunching through heavy CPU process bound stuff. And if you handle bun correctly, it will outperform PHP on every metric. So I have a bun. server here that's running the mud game below, which seems to be breaking because people seem to have found a way to be able to create many accounts, you know, or whatever, which it's honestly isn't really even really that hard. But the Bun server runs an HTTP server along with an SSC server, which is just HTTP normal, but a stream, so that I can send. It's one direction, so I send data over to your client, and then I have Brotli compression baked in. So it comes down from the Bun server. So what happens is that anytime you send a command in the mud game, so you know what? Let's open up the mud game. uwnhremake.com. So here it is, right? This is what it looks like. And we'll pop in here. No, I can't do that. It'd be chat sucks. Okay. And so here's and Gene is there. And Gene looks weak AF. And V is there. And Penis Hydra is there. I was defeated by Penis Hydra. I'm now roaming the land as a spirit. So so that, you know, that's what's and you can see it taking effect down here, right? I was defeated by Penis Hydra, yeah. Yeah. It's like that Hydra, but it's penis, yeah. It's like 7 penis, yeah. The enemies are cracking me up. It's great. Yeah, there's some good Easter eggs. There's really some good Easter eggs. You get resurrected back to the main portal. You go down. There's gives multiple heads and you mean, yeah. There's definitely some Easter eggs here. Anyways, I have to fix some of the stuff. Like, I think there's wires being crossed with attacks. There's wires being crossed with some of the information boxes. We'll fix all that. I'll fix it all offline. I'll go on Discord and chat with you guys for a while and work on these bugs along with some regular work I got to do. But yeah, so what'll happen is if you go to Emmett, you ask Emmett on Discord, or you just go to Emmett's stream, he'll give you an avatar, a pixel avatar of yourself. I will integrate it into the game here, and we're gonna expand on this. Laughing Panda has some ideas to expand on this, etc. But this is all, yeah, it's online, Gene. Yeah, you go to uwnhremake.com. You literally just pull it up, like I just did. Just pull up uwnhremake.com, all one word. I put it in chat earlier. Let me just do it one more time. uwnhremake.com. Should be in chat, I hope. Just go there and you can play it. You can join with everyone else. And yeah, this is all now interconnected. All of it. It's all interconnected. I have to be careful because people like to shout stuff that probably shouldn't be shouted on stream. Like, you can do a shout, you can go chat sucks. And so the entire world just heard chat sucks. Just want you guys to know chat sucks. The Kraken is the bluish, kind of purplish thing. You defeated the Kraken, did you? Okay, nice. Nice, Laughly did it. So there's stuff that I need to do as well. I need to get some stats in. I need to get some items in, stuff like this. But going back to the Bun game, or sorry, to the Bun stuff. So this is all Brotli compressed, which means that we get compression handled by the browser for free. It's all pre-compressed. Everything's handled nicely on the server. You can share state between everything that's going on. I just have to fix some of the state stuff, apparently. That's fine. We'll fix it. And then on top of that, we're going to have a SQLite database, which means you guys are going to get to maintain your avatars soon. You're going to maintain your stats, your buffs, things like that. It may be if we have a successful Pico 8 game on chat, there's going to be like some kind of buff that happens in the world. It's all connected, and it will be connected to this game because the storyline's going to make it so that there's an impact between these worlds. So you're going to be able to play these things all connected should you choose to do that. There's some fun stuff we're going to do here. It's all going to be connected. By the way, go on to NeoCities. Go to NeoCities and be like I'm a god. And go make a site. Penis Hydra is on a rampage. Penis Hydra is 404ing many lives. I want you to have a look at this. Penis Hydra is just like dropping bodies on the floor. Dropping bodies on the floor. Dropping bodies on the floor. Look at all that. What are you doing, Penis Hydra? So go on NeoCities, go make a website. Okay, go make a website. Like Amagod, like Sophie here, like Travis's Fireslinger. That's not on NeoCities though. That's just a really cool website he has. Gare Games made one. Just get wrecked. Then we have the graph. I just want you guys to know before I talk about that. Here's Laugh. He's making that Pico 8 game. He made that Tweet Cart game, that Tweet game. Now, TMX has decided that what he's going to do is he's going to create a graph of my streams. And what he's done is gone through the transcripts of the last 2 or 3 streams that I've done, and he's charting them by connecting the data. This is on NeoCities. He did it all himself. You can see there are quite a few links, like for example, Tibetan, Dalai Lama, China, Intel, Taiwan. This is really cool. So he took the transcripts and he just used I think he used AI for some of it, but also for part of it, he used a natural language processing system as well. And he built out these connections. I watched him do it on Discord. I helped with some of the JavaScript. He was building out the data points for this based on the transcripts. And so all the stuff that I talk about on the Daily Tech News stuff, he's building connections to it. So he's hoping that what this does is it's going to provide us a way to find connections between different things that I talk about. So we're going to find out, for example, like the kinds of things that Sam Altman is connected to, or Palantir, or Technocracy, or, whatever it is, AI performance and freelance jobs, the studies that I do. This is really cool. And what he would like to end up doing is putting in timestamps, links to, whatever, whatever, right? Yeah, someone is botting the game. Yeah. 100% someone's botting the game. Yes. For sure, someone is botting the game. Yeah. It's fine. I'll just reboot it. Yeah. I have a way to get around that, but for now, it doesn't really mean much. It's fine if you bought it. It doesn't really have an impact, and I have a way to get around that anyways. Pretty soon what's going to happen is you guys are you were so strong. Yeah. What's going to happen with the game, mods are going to get some special privileges, and is it the LLM attacking your game? Maybe. It's probably Gene. Gene likes to do botting kind of stuff. I think it's Gene. Mods are going to get special privileges, and we're going to restrict access to the game. You're going to have a key to get access to it. Yeah, see, it's happening already. Gene is botting the game. I'm pretty sure it's Gene. I'm almost 100% sure it's Gene. I could be wrong, but Gene's done this to me before, if I remember correctly. But it's honestly not that hard to bot either. It's something I'll have to fix. But yeah, look at that. Add 2-factor authentication. Yeah. Yeah, add 2-factor authentication. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Go make a site on NeoCities. If someone like TMX, who doesn't know anything about programming or very little, is able to create a chart like this, then there's no excuse for you guys. And look what he did. He even has different views of the whole thing. This is like the circular view, right? So if we go over here, I think this is Spiro. Where's Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein is somewhere in here. All right, there you go. There's, yeah, and then there's the magic, right? And then there's random. Yeah. So this is really cool. It's well done. It's really well done. And yeah, just go on NeoCities, go make a website. Doesn't matter what it is, just go make a website. All right. I want to do an entire thing. And by the way, we'll integrate a bunch of this stuff of a bunch of the games that we're working on will get integrated into your websites if you guys want. And we'll make an entire game out of the NeoCities website stuff. It'll be fun. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think I have anything else. I think that's it. Obviously, I should be storing my auth keys as plain text in an unsecured S3 bucket. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. You want me to explain my NeoCities vision at another time? Yeah, I haven't fully thought it out. I know the concept works because we've got this running, right? Which is currently getting botted by someone. Um, but yes, it will work. It's just there's some details that I don't know what how to play out. So we'll sort out the details. Yeah, so who the hell is botting? Who's botting? Am I gonna have to put an authentication key? I guess I'm gonna have to take the game down after the stream, and I'll have to put a authentication thing. There should, yeah. Is there a book I would recommend for web development? No, I don't, because I don't know of one. I would recommend that you just, you know what, you could even just try it out on NeoCities. Just go on NeoCities and make a website. They have a really cool tutorial. Um, and the tutorial will is super simple. It'll give you an intro into programming, and you'll be able to pick up a bunch of stuff just by building a simple website. If you want to build something more complex, you'll you'll have to let me know. Yeah, not you, it's me. Is it? Yeah, because you're Gene. I know you're Gene on YouTube. It's okay, man. It's okay. The bot will go away soon. We'll do invite only. Uh, I'll I'll make sure that that happens. Okay, we'll make sure we do invite only. And mods, just so you know, not you, it's me or Gene. They do not get an invite. They do not get an invite. They're pre-permabanned. So there you go. I've taken away his fun. He can't bot anymore. Stop wiping it out. I just wanted to fill the whole map. Fine, fine. You know what? Here, if you really want to do it, it's no problem. Go for it. Here, I'll leave it up for a minute, and then I'll do my outro. Okay, go for it. So there, it's running again. Go watch Emmett's stream whenever he's gonna stream. I don't know when that is. Our car, I think, is saying have a good one, so probably soon. Go watch that. And come on Discord and ask him to hook you up with an avatar. And I will be on Discord after this. And we can chat. You guys can ask me questions. We covered a bit of news today. Tomorrow I will be back. I'm probably going to do a bit more of a structured news stream tomorrow, most likely. And not so much into this game stuff. Today was kind of like a mashup of different things. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm gonna just try not to burn out here with all the stuff I have to do, because I'm at very serious risk of burning out. My family needs me, so I'm trying not to go too far too much, right? So I'll see you guys tomorrow, if not on Discord later today. Thanks everybody for being here. Again, I appreciate all the financial support. Pound tip if you want to tip. It's going to help for pay for stuff like this. If you want to help cover server costs for this stuff, you know, or just for helping me pay bills and stuff, so I can keep covering the news and keep covering the science and going on debates. Remember Thursday, right? Thursday at 6:15 Pacific Standard Time, I will be on Sarah's channel, and I will be having an AI debate with a bunch of degenerate scumbags, an entire panel of them. It will be an onslaught, and I will destroy every single one of them. They don't know who they're messing with. They're about to find out. So come join me on Thursday. If you want to tip to financially support, I appreciate that. Otherwise, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe. If you like the kind of stuff I'm doing here, which, by the way, all of this stuff is all to prove that a high school dropout like myself can do a bunch of cool stuff with a bit of help from you guys. And we don't need third-party libraries and dependencies and all that stuff to make it happen. The amount of complexity and idiocy that we what would you what's it called when you force it on someone? There's a word for it. There's a nicer word for it. I can't think of it right now. But the kinds of stuff that the tech industry puts on you as a consumer is not necessary. We can do a lot more with a lot less, and we can have much better products, much better websites, much better video games, faster, more secure, everything. No, not quite prescriptions, Daver. Impose. That's the word. The stuff that the tech industry imposes on you is light years away from what you could have. And that's what I try and prove with all these projects. And you guys are helping me do that. You guys help me on Discord and stuff. I do appreciate it. But I also want to showcase your work too, right? That's why I want to do the Pico 8 stuff. Chat can play Pico 8. You guys can have commands during chat, playing the game offline, mapping all the NeoCity stuff together. This stuff is actually, when you look at what we're doing here, it's really, really simple. Even the server that runs this MUD, the entirety of this MUD, and we're talking just JavaScript code, is maybe 1,000 lines of code, which is really nothing. And look, DDAVR or Gene or whoever botted it, and it's still up and running. It didn't crash because it's still going. And I do see some errors in the logs, but it's running because it's so simple and straightforward. I just have to make a few changes. Now we're going to spruce it up and add some, like, you know, pixel art and make it look nicer and all of that. And we're going to add some items, and like all this stuff is all just the reason why I do these streams and do these projects is to show how much fun stuff we could have and how far you can take the simplest of stuff we have in tech. It is insanely powerful what we have before us. And the tech industry leaves it all on the table and makes you pay for it with ads and subscriptions, and everything takes forever, and your security gets leaked, all your information gets leaked, and Meta, you know, tracks everything you do, and it's stupid and it's not necessary. Vote with your dollar, complain about stuff that sucks, and help out people like me, help out people like Emmett, help out people like Travis, who's building an actual, like, real world game engine in 3D using Vulkan in C. That's real shit. That's real stuff. Go support someone like him. That's the kind of stuff that we want to see more of. The Pico 8 games, I want to see more of that. Laughly's building cool stuff. I want to see more of that chart stuff that TMX is doing. I want to see more of your NeoCity stuff. All of this stuff is stuff that I want to see more of. That's the way that's the future of the tech industry. The future of the tech industry is not more LLMs and AI. That's not the future. That is its death knell. But people like you know, like Laughing Panda helps me with pixel art. You know, people like Travis. There's a few other people I can't think of right now, but I know of one or two other people who are programmers and they do programming streams. Damn it, I wish I could remember them. I apologize, but they're solid to watch. But Travis is the one that's like easily comes to mind. This is the stuff we need to be supporting, and you as a consumer have a right to complain about the enshittification of the industry. And if you want to see an example of how things could be better, you come on here and I'll cover the news. I'll cover the science. I'll cover the code. I'll cover the security. I'll build stuff. I'll get chat to participate in stuff. I'll have arguments and debates with people about these ideas. I'll show you the people who are doing it right. All of it. Like, subscribe, repost, reshare, all that good stuff. It helps get my ideas out in front of more eyeballs, and it means that hopefully we can persuade more people that we can make a change, and we can. It would not take long. It would take maybe 6 months to a year of a reasonable sized concerted effort by enough people in the tech industry, from programmers and upwards, to make a change in this industry. You would see a change that you wouldn't even recognize what it was. So help me out. Hop on Discord after. Come talk to me. I think that's it. Have a great rest of your Monday. Thanks, D-Daver. I hope you're happy. I hope you're satisfied. You filled the entire map. Okay. I hope you're happy with yourself. I did it just for you, Daver. I'll be on Discord for a little bit. I've got lots of work and stuff to do, but I'll work on the game as well. And I'll see you guys, if not later on Discord, I will see you guys tomorrow for another stream. For whatever we're working on. I don't know what it will be, but it'll be something. News, games, whatever. We've got lots of stuff to work on. Maybe we'll integrate Pico 8 tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. It's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting. We've got lots of cool stuff happening. All right, everybody. Talk to you later. Peace out, everybody. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. We'll catch you on the flip side. Bye. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I forgot that I built a Pico 8 game that tells me all the people in chat who suck. And so I have a list of people in chat who suck based on this Pico 8 game. Every time I push a button, all that happens is it just pops open someone in chat who sucks. So I guess I'm just gonna read out this list, and hopefully we cover, we cover everybody who sucks in chat. So hang on, let me just load up the Pico 8 game. Okay, it's loaded. Yeah, okay, we're good. And let me push the buttons now. And okay, so here we go. Boop, Peercoin, you suck. Boop, Amagod, you suck. Boop, Travis, you suck. Boop, D-Daver, you suck. Boop, Laughley, you suck. Boop, not you, it's me, you suck. Boop, Erikar, you suck. Boop, Gene, you suck. Boop, Abe, you suck. Let's see who else. Boop, JB, you suck. Boop, Sophie, you suck. Boop, AH, you suck 5 times today. Why are you still sending me shit about whether React and browser stuff is immediate mode or not? Like, I don't, what the hell, man? So you suck 5 times today. Okay, Laughley only, you know what, Laughley, you suck twice today. Boop, TMX, you suck. Yeah, we got him. Blah, 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 blah. So on and so forth. Boop, Restream, you suck. Boop, 3D Code, you suck. I guess that's it. Boop, Streamlabs, you suck. All right, there we go. Okay, so everybody in chat sucks. All of you suck. Every single one of you sucks. Hop on Discord. I'll keep telling you how much you suck. Or join the stream tomorrow, and I will continue telling you how much you suck. Peace out, everybody.